to our channel Niche Products. Hope you are doing safe and secure at your respective locations with your family members. Please continue to do the same without fail by following all the rules and regulations which is provided by the government. And we have to continue to do the same till our vaccination comes and take care of all our family members and friends. So today I'm going to explain about the topic work from home tips, as well as the video conferencing solutions and the collaboration tools and the virtual private networks that can be useful for your businesses, students, companies, and small companies, and which are already implementing maybe, but you might be knowing some other new features or products that are offering during this corona time, so that I can explain or maybe show some of the products which might be useful for you. Hi everyone. As I told you, work from home tools and required things which are necessary for working from home. So, as you all know that by now, so 50 to 75% of the software companies uh, already follow from long time work from home policies, and all those tools are already available. When the corona time during the corona time, some companies which are not adopted to these work from home tools or networks, they had some hard times in setting up the networks and also providing the laptops and the necessary softwares to the people. But now it is new normal, and most of the companies have already adopted and started working from home. Still, I mean, now not only software companies, every industry is moving into this work from home policies, including banks and retail industries and colleges and schools. Every industry, to the fact that everyone has adopted to this new kind of work from home methodologies and policies that have been implemented by the respective companies. They are using those certain tools. So so you definitely, you already, some might be using some certain tools, and some might be uh, already adopting to the new tools which are implemented in the recently. So in this right, work from home, I mean, for anyone to work from home, these are all the basic things which everyone need to have, either desktop or laptop. So which everyone today's who, in the world, I mean, I say, I mean, 70% of the people who are working, or even for small business of people, they would be having a desktop and laptop. Without that, it will not, business will not work, or the company, I mean, the work we cannot do from the uh, companies, right? So it is must. And phone, everyone is having a smartphone and a normal phone. And in internet connections, there are various providers like Airtel, Vodafone, and Jio, and all these different providers. We have even Act Fibernet and other so many providers are available right now. So for internet connections as well. And so VPN are remote connectivities, and not every company or every individual may be using it. So VPN or remote might be in bigger companies or small software companies also, but small businesses may not be having the VPN or remote connections. And collaboration tools also might be, not every company might be having all the collaboration tools. And the video conferencing, this is which is the critical video conferencing solution, right? I mean, nowadays everyone knows Zoom. So from a smaller person, I mean, a small child to a bigger company, everyone is using Zoom. So there are various solutions for having video conferencing also. I mean, so I'm going to tell each which might be useful for you, and other features which might be helpful for your respective line of business. So it is, as I said, it is a new normal for during this pandemic situation. Everywhere is adopting to this kind of work from home tools and facing and in setting up the necessary infrastructure during these tough times. So Google Meet. So Google Meet has come recently after a lot of users base has been increased by the Zoom and Google. Before we used to have Google Hangouts, and everyone knows that along see everyone nowadays uses Google Gmail. Like that, Google Hangouts is there for one-to-one call or even like a WhatsApp call. So, but Google Meet is like again they have recently introduced Google Meet for teams, small companies, and all these things. Okay, Cisco Webex meetings is there from quite some time for all the software companies, and every software employee knows, because it is a Webex meeting that is being used for more secured network and conferencing solutions and sharing the documents and the Webex recordings and all will be there. Even GoToMeeting also, it's been there for quite some time. I mean, more than um, quite a number of years, which every software company really is using. And even Microsoft Teams also recently released these video conferencing solutions, free video conferencing solutions for the teams during these tough times. And Zoho Remotely is one more Zoho product that is for small businesses, that has been excellent products that I've been using for I've been using for quite some time. And they have open offer till September 30. All these products along with Remotely, I mean Zoho Writer, Zoho Click, and Zoho, I mean, there are various products that in the Remotely that you can use till September for free. And Join Me is a quite video conferencing tool for salespeople, and also quick conferencing thing. And it is not free at this point of time, but it is a trial period. During the trial period, every company provides some free options. Skype for business is there, and Skype for personal thing is there. So it is also, I mean, individuals, you can have a conferencing thing, so you can share the documents and you can share the images. So Life Size is one more very good video conferencing solution which I explored. And Slack is one more collaboration come video conferencing solution which is very good. And you can also connect to multiple apps at the same time, which are required for your small company or businesses. Okay, so even for to the matter, even for colleges and students and school people, they can utilize these products like Zoho Remotely, Slack, Lifesize, Google Meet, and Zoom anyway, using by many of the colleges, schools, and all. So even Amazon chain has given offer till September 30. These tools can be utilized. So collaboration tools are used for working with teams remotely from different locations. So basically, if you are working for uh, some documents or something, I mean, you want to share something, and on the live, I mean, you can share something. And also, once while sharing the document, you can edit the document and save it and quickly send it immediately. These are all the different collaboration tools, like maybe in the Zoom only video conferencing and chat you'll be having, but in some collaboration tools like Microsoft Teams and even Zoom Remotely and other things, Slack, and all these things are collaboration tools where you have. Uh, so you can use these as well. Okay, so phone, we should have a personal landline phone and SIM, and for better connectivity. And you can also use Google Voice numbers for off to connect to internationally, especially US is free. And for office, or else you can always connect to your office numbers, which are provided by calling numbers, right? So it is one more thing. Google Voice number you can connect to US for free. From your uh, mobile, or even from your desktop, you can connect to the Google Voice number and call any kind of US number, which is free. And VPN is one connecting to office networks for the companies, right? So every software company will be having a virtual private network, which means that you don't need to uh, without connecting to a virtual private network, you can access any kind of website. But by connecting to virtual private network, you can access only the office networks, and it would be more secure. And also you cannot access all the websites, and which is very important for the small software companies and while working from homes. And that is the reason all the companies, even small companies, have adopted uh, giving the laptops, and VPN is connected to so that they are connected to the office networks, so that even they can track. Some companies, they track the time using other methodologies like Citrix and other things, that they can track even the time, how much time they logged in, and how much time they used to connect to the network, and all these things. They can do that. So that is new normal for all the companies now, and also more secured. See, for suppose if you are connecting to a virtual private network, it blocks or restricts some of the unnecessary ads and unnecessary websites which you can't open. So that is in that way your productivity levels also increases. So that is why many companies adopt to that virtual private networks. And internet connection is a must, and you should have either broadband at this point of time, and a hotspot, because definitely while working from home, you might be facing challenges with the power fluctuations and other things, and internet issues. During this tough times, no one would address our internet connection problem. So it is always good to have to connectivities at home, so that you don't face any challenges during network problems. And laptop or a desktop, or office provided one, or a personal laptop, which you can connect to the office networks. And even you can work from home during these times for your schools and colleges, and as well as small business who are selling their products and all those things. Okay, right. So video conferencing solutions and collaboration tools. Okay, so these different things are free or available, and premium are available. So during these tough times, no one is needed. To be honest, at this point of time, all these most 70-80% of the products are giving free versions till September 30. So already some people are using from 1 month past, 1.5 month, and still we have July, August, September. They may extend further also depending on their needs, and can always interact with that support teams, and they can give some discounts or concessions, or as well as kind of things, right? So Microsoft Teams, it is free forever. For basic version, and even Zoho meeting or Zoho remotely, it is one and the same. It is free for till September 30. And Google Meetup is free for basic version for 24 hours on this thing, and till September 30. And Cisco Webex meeting, which is only free during the trial period, and go to meeting it during the free trial period. Amazon Chime is again free till September 13th, I guess. So you need to just go and see the pricing and plans. It might be changing on a daily basis, or I can't say it would change on a daily basis. It might change any month or so. So Join Me is not free, but it is a very nice product where I have used. And Geomit is one more product which has been recently used beta version. It's almost similar like Zoom Futures, and it is an Indian product, and Zoho is also an Indian product. So Skype for Business, it has been there from quite some time, and Slack is also a good product for collaboration tools, and LifeSize is one more very good video conferencing solution, which is very free for up to 10 people for unlimited time. So which is more than enough for small teams, which you can utilize. Okay, so these are all the different video conferencing and collaboration tools which you can explore. And as I said, VPN is a virtual private network used to secure your laptop or desktop or mobile phones. This is very important, right? I mean, today's world, we are doing transaction for buying a cloth, for buying groceries, for buying any kind of tools, for doing all the transactions using a mobile phone or using a desktop or a laptop. So with this, right, I mean, how can we secure our bank transactions? How can we think that our transactions are safe and secure? So it is always better to have VPNs during these times also. I mean, because there are so many threats being happening across, right? So it is always better to have some VPN which is very less. Now, these five are supported in India with monthly charges around $3 to $5 per month. I mean, it is very for one device. When you want to do some important transactions and all, right, you can always use this VPN. Transaction through VPNs. I mean, it is always better to be safe when you're doing some transactions, especially for the business people. And you might be having some amounts in the banks, and which you want to restrict your user ID and password to be hacked by someone else. So it's always better to use some VPN for your mobile or some your dedicated PC, so that it would, even these VPN networks, they're giving some free offers till 3 months. ExpressVPN, I think I got an offer for 3 months. So rest all they're giving for 1 month trial period, and some other trial period. You can even explore this. ExpressVPN, private internet access, hotspot, Shield, CyberGhost, Surfshark. All these things you can check and trial during your free versions. Okay, so how it helps, and how what all the things you can do restrict while using this VPNs and all, right? It is very useful. Okay. Let me go through those one by one. Microsoft Teams, it is free version, and if you go here, plans and pricing, for every product you'll be seeing Microsoft Teams for free, no commitment. And these are all the different free version features which are available: meetings and calling, chat and collaboration, productivity apps and services, security and compliance, administration. Administration is not available. If you see, support is not available for free version. Okay, so you need to check all these things. So free, no commitment, and so whether you can also see that questions whether it is free or not, even for this Microsoft Teams, right? So unlimited chat and search, online meetings and video calling, term, team and personal life storage, at around 10 GB of team file storage and 2 GB of personal file storage per person, and all these things are there. So if you see, for students and teachers, if you are giving a valid school and email address, get Office 365 for education for free, including a full version of Teams. And non-profit, your non-profit might be eligible for Microsoft 365 Business Premium also. So all these things are right. Get Office 365 A1 free for your entire school, including a full version of Teams. So these are all different features which are provided Microsoft Teams recently. And if you see, is Teams really free? Yes, the free version of Teams includes the following: unlimited chat, messages, and search, built-in audio, video callings for individuals, and full team meetups, integrated real-time content creation for Note and OneNote, unlimited app integrations with 250 business apps to choose from. Okay, so these are all different things which you have. You will my account expire? No, your account will not expire. So this Microsoft is more trusted, and even you can use this for secure networks, and even schools and all. If you want, they can approach directly for non-profit organizations and students and teachers, even freelancers, and individual and developers. They can reach out to their support team and get free versions. And if you see again, Google Meet, it is free always for 1 hour, 24 hours through September 30. Okay, 100 users meeting participate. 100 users can log in at a time. Number of meetings unlimited. Join from a browser. Invite external participants. All these features are there, and you don't have an international dialing numbers, and you don't have any live streaming in domain. So all these things are there. So it all depends on your needs. I don't think it is for a basic. They're providing more features, and that is more than enough for any small business or even individuals who are using it. And Google Drive storage and 15 GB per user, which is more. And these are all again. Uh, you can see G Suite for education and all those things. Okay, so that is one thing. And GeoMeet. So if you see here clearly, live in beta release, so it is completely free right now. So and you can use all these features and give a try. And it is 24 hours period time period, that is you can use, not 40 minutes or 1 hour. So which is very good for small businesses, even schools and colleges. Okay, so Zoho remotely is again, if you see here, Zoho remotely is will be available for free till September 1 to 2020. So again, all these products, right? You have different things. I mean, click, meeting, showtime, work drive, projects, sprints, assist. All these products included in Jiho remotely. I mean, which is very good for small companies and small business owners. I mean, Zoho Sheet is kind of a Excel, and Zoho Writer is kind of a Word, which is available in mobiles also. When sprints for project management and all these things. So show, I mean, Zoho meeting is again a kind of a video conferencing and time. All these products which are very useful for small companies and small individuals. So it is also free. I mean, I would suggest you to explore these products as well. Very good products which I've been using for quite some time. Okay, so that is one thing. And join me, if you see this join me, I mean, this is also for individuals. It is only free during the trial period, and you can instantly set up a meeting very fast and quick, and very user friendly, and which I used once earlier, and which is very good also. Okay, so life size, this I explored during this video time, and when I exploring the different products, and then I explored this life size also, I mean, which is very good. I felt, I mean, if you see $0 one host per month, I mean, for one host it is free, and unlimited meeting duration, and unlimited meetings, host up to 10 participants. It is more than enough for a small company and a small school with 10 students. I mean, because unlimited time, I mean, duration is very key, and unlimited meetings is one more thing, and up to 10 participants is more than enough for any kind of business, small business and small school, or even freelancer, or a teacher who is giving their students explanation and all those things. So it all very good. And lifestyle is one more product. And Zoom, this you know everyone, and no need to explain. And it is hosts up to 100 participants, and it is one-to-one meetings and 40 minutes limit on group meetings. Okay, so that is one thing. And Amazon Chime, this is also a very good product which is available for free for certain period, I guess. I mean, till September 30. If you see, March 4th to September 30 is free, and these are the different features which are available. Okay, basic features, attend meetings, auto calls, voice or Vivo AP, all these Alexa for business, all these things are free for certain period, and which may be extended. It all depends on their respective companies, right? I mean, you never know. So, and this Cisco Webex is quite normal for all the software companies, and it's been there from quite some time. It is only free during the trial period, but it is more secure, and it has more facilities. It's been running from quite some time, and recording facilities and all this there. So GoToMeeting is one more thing which is available for all the bigger companies. I mean, see, Marketo, Gainsight, and all these things being used, and this has different features, SD video, screen sharing, and all these things. And so enterprise level, professional level, and business level, these have different versions, and that is only free for during the free versions. Okay, for some time. Slack. So if you see here, quick specifically they mentioned special offer for teams in India. Free for small teams trying out Slack for an unlimited period of time. USD $0 per month. Access to 10,000 of your team's most recent messages. So 10,000 messages you can access, you can see of your teams, and 10 integrations with other apps like Google Drive, Office 365, and other integrations like so you have some information or data in Google Drive, and you are using Office 365 maybe. Even you can integrate Slack with these products, Google Drive, Office 365, and other applications. So up to 10 integrations you can do. So one-on-one voice and video calls between teammates. So these are all the different. Slack is one more very good product which has been recently used by many companies. 10K of your team's most recent messages, even people, channels, and files in such release. These are all the different features. File storage 5 GB in total, workspace is 1. Okay, so data encryption, so two-factor authentication. So these are the different features which you can have. So voice and video calls one to one only, but that is good for individuals. If you are an individual, if you are a small firm with 10 people, I mean, more than enough for individuals who want to integrate your applications and all those things. Okay, standard support. So these are all the different features.